Oh my, what a beautiful day in our fine city. Looking into downtown San Diego, Petco Park is hidden in there somewhere. Cameron Maben doesn't want to be in the shadows. Broke out with a home run yesterday and a modest 4-game hitting streak. Hoping that can stay alive. He's at the top of the Padre lineup today. As we welcome you to beautiful Petco Park in the rubber game of this 3-game series, NL West rivals, the San Francisco Giants and the San Diego Padres. And good afternoon, everyone, with Mark Grant, Dick Enberg. Where would you rather be than at Petco today?
Sitting next to you at a big league ball game. Life is good, Mr. Enberg.
And 2 games so far that have been most pleasing to the fans. 6-5 Padres in the game 1, and then a 6-5 answer for the Giants. Lots of action defensively and offensively. And today we're going to concentrate on the pitching. A new pitcher again for the Padres.
I would love to see a good old-fashioned pitcher's duel, and opportunity is knocking once again for Jason Marquis, the 33-year-old veteran right-hander. I think he is tailored for Petco Park. It leans towards the pitchers. He can keep the ball in the ball yard. The one main pitch for Jason Marquis is that sinker. It's not overpowering, but if he keeps it down, the infielders will be very, very busy to go along with that slider. He also throws a cutter and a changeup as well. So I'm looking for good things for Jason Marquis back in the big leagues.
And with his sinker, enjoys working at Petco Park. Matt Cain gets the start for the Giants. If you're going to name the 5 top pitchers in the National League, Cain's in the conversation. He's had 11 starts, 6 innings or more in all 11. He's taken a no-hitter into the 7th inning 5 times. He eventually is going to pitch one. But the one team that has caused him the most trouble, the Padres. They've beaten him 11 times.
They've taken great approaches against Matt Cain. The one thing that sticks out in my mind is taking advantage of the high fastballs. Occasionally his control can be up in the zone a little bit. Let's say if they try to take Cain the opposite way and get multiple base runners.
Well, the bags are packed. The Padres go on the road to Milwaukee, then Seattle and Oakland. It makes that trip much shorter if you leave San Diego with a victory. Coming up, the Giants, the Padres, rubber game of the 3-game series at Petco Park. Ideal conditions as the Padres take the field as you look into beautiful Petco Park from the park at the park, and some fans will enjoy a Thursday afternoon picnic in baseball today. I want to remind you, and this is exciting, in today's game we're participating in the Home Run Challenge. Every home run in the game today raises $10,000 for prostate cancer research. You can make a pledge by calling 800-798-CURE, C-U-R-E, or go online to www.pcf.org.
Well, I hope this game then ends up 21-20 and the Padres win, and each team has, let's see, 9 solo shots. Right?
And Carlos Quentin comes off the bench to hit the winning
home
run. Well, you know,
okay.
I'm trying to
that
tie,
would seal it up.
I'm trying to tie the game broadcast into the Padres live pregame show.
That's awesome.
Bruce Bochy, ever popular with the Padres and now with the Giants, their skipper, and he set his starting lineup for today, and it's much like the ones we've seen the first 2 games. Blanco and Terrio, the top of the order, have just been wearing Padre pitching out. Melky Cabrera currently tied for the major league lead at that 366 batting mark. Buster Posey cleanup. Angel Pagan a 320, a lofty average so far. Brandon Belt returns at first base, then Arias, Crawford, and Kane. Kane a good hitter in the bottom third of the order. Jason Marquis, 33 years of age, 6'1" and 218, makes his home on Staten Island in New York City. Career 106 wins with the Twins earlier this year, numbers of which he's not proud, but as we'll attest during the course of the game today, he went through a terrible trauma during March when his 7-year-old daughter on a bicycle accident almost lost her life, and you can imagine the distraction of that.
Yeah, and I think that's a very valid point, Dick, because his daughter is now fine. She's up and about, and I think that's going to do wonders for Jason Marquis between the ears. Get back to the old Jason Marquis that we know as a good sinker ball pitcher.
And we're underway. A first pitch by Marquis over but low. So he has the sinker. What else in his repertoire?
He'll throw a slider. He'll throw a cutter, a changeup, and a split. Everything but the kitchen sink. So infielders, be ready.
Yeah, Mark Sweeney said hitting that kitchen sink is really tough. You can't get it over the infield. Yeah, that's right.
But hey, when Jason Marquis is on with that sinker, he has the ability to just throw it to the heart of the plate and let the ball do the work. A lot of movement.
Blanco rips one foul. Blanco, with his second home run yesterday, just the top of the right field scoreboard. Friday night, a single, double, and a triple scored a run. Then yesterday, adds a double and a triple, adds a single and a home run, and was safe on an error. So he's just been on the bases every time you turn around. Lifts that one to left field. Easy chance out there. And a slider put away by Jesus Guzman. Here's the Padre defense. Guzman in left with Maben in center. Denorvia plays right. Headley, Cabrera, Forsythe, and Alonso on the infield. John Baker with a left-handed bat in the lineup to catch Jason Marquis. So the Padres don't have Carl Quentin in the lineup. They don't have Kotze in the lineup. They don't have one of the best left-handed hitters, Venable, in the lineup. So a bit short change. One because of rest for Carlos Quentin. The other, Venable's side still bothering him enough that he can't get in the starting lineup. Kotze is available as a pinch hitter. Ryan Terrio, 258 mark. Veteran. He too has had a good series. And starts with a line drive single today. Terrio had a hit in 5 at-bats, robbed of another yesterday, and then had 3 consecutive RBI base hits in the Friday night game.
Well, if you split up his name, Terrio, it's the Riot. T-H-E-R-I-O-T. He's causing quite a riot in the batter's box, is he not, since being here at Petco Park?
Very nice. You've been doing your homework. Well, it's not been a riot in terms of bringing out a lot of laughs and Padre pitching.
Exactly.
Here's the dangerous Melky Cabrera having an all-time season at age 27. Switch hitter, 341 from the left side. Right side, 426. His 366 average tops in the majors with Paul Konerko of the White Sox. Back to the mound, gloved nicely by Marquis, and then he throws it away. Threw it behind Cabrera, and Everett moving to the bag to get in position to turn the double play. Could not catch it cleanly, and so an early error, and here are the Giants in business.
Oh, what could have been a nice double play for Jason Marquis to get out of this inning. It looks like Jason works underneath a little bit and actually kind of guided that ball because Everett Cabrera was not there. That's where, like, leading a receiver, Dick, and you know all about that. Yep. Got to throw over the top of the bag. Cabrera will be there to get that throw. It just didn't work out.
But remember again, folks, Marquis not had a chance to work with the infield. He didn't have spring training, although that would have been a tough chance for any shortstop. So 2 on, 1 out for catcher Buster Posey. He takes a strike. Posey gives you a great at bat every time up. Had a sacrifice fly in each of the first 2 games of the series. Currently at .293, leads the team in home runs and RBIs. Is this 2? No, that's into center field. Posey delivers a single, and the Giants are on the board in the first inning again as Blanco trots home 1-0. Giant fans here at Petco enjoying that result as Terrio comes in from second base, and Cabrera stops at second.
Well, it looked like that was a high sinker from Jason Marquis. And Buster Posey, we talk about his swing. He's good enough to actually, that ball was upper thigh high. But Buster Posey just fighting that ball off. That was below the sweet spot, just out of the reach of Cabrera. And he's such a good hitter, putting that ball up the center of the diamond. Look, he's rubbing his thumb right now. He actually kind of got jammed on that ball. He did not hit that on the sweet spot at all.
32nd run batted in. Tops on the Giants. And here's Pagan, a .320 hitter. Ball 1. Well, the error by Marquis himself, giving the Giants a 4-out first inning. They got 3 yesterday, and it's tough to overcome a big early lead. Padres got within 1 a couple of times yesterday, but fell just short, 6-5. That's on the inside corner, a slider. Bill Miller barking out the strike call.
Well, it's how you react after play like we just saw. How will Jason Marquis react? He's in his 13th big league season. That's got to affect rookies. It's got to affect 13-year veterans. Got to try to bounce back and make 1 pitch to get out of this inning.
Lifted the left, slicing down the line. That could be trouble, but it does curl foul. Not much fair territory in the left field corner, more in the right field corner because the bullpen for the visiting team located there.
And speaking of the fly balls, got to have the sunglasses today, Dick. Outfielders, infielders better have those sunglasses ready to go.
2 on, 1 out, a run in, and the 1-2 pitch coming up. That's in there, strike 3. Pagan frozen with an inside fastball. So the inning should be over, but continues with Brandon Belt.
Great 2-seam action. That ball comes right over the heart of the plate, and it freezes Pagan. Freeze fastball, big out for Marquis.
Jason had 1 assignment at the Padres farm team in the Texas League at San Antonio. Belt does just that. He belts it to right. D'Onofrio will have to play it off the wall. Here comes 1 run. Posey to third and will hold there. It's 2-0 Giants. Cabrera scores from second. Posey to third on the RBI double. Brandon Belt, his 16th RBI of the season.
First pitch slider from Jason Marquis, and you can see where John Baker was set up. He wanted that probably near the back knee. of Brandon Belt. It stayed over the heart of the plate, inner third, and that soft breaking ball coming into a lefty just speeds up his bat for the double.
So 2 more men in scoring position. 2 runs in to Joaquin Arias, the third baseman. Bounced up the middle. Forsythe fields, throws him out. But the Giants get 2 runs, both unearned, and lead it 2-0. .4G network, AT&T. Rethink possible. And by Petco, where the healthy pets go. Well, yesterday, Madison Bumgarner staked to a 3-0 lead after the first inning. And the Padres came within 1 at 3-2, again at 4-3, again at 6-5, but couldn't overcome the early jump the Giants received, and now they get 2 runs in the first inning unearned because of Marquis' wild throw. Here's the lineup for Bud Black. Maben, Denorfia, Alonso the first 3. Headley, Guzman, and Baker in the middle. Forsythe, Cabrera, and then Marquis. Marquis is a good hitter. In his career, he has 113 base hits and 5 home runs. 53 runs batted in.
Nice luxury for Bud Black.
Maben takes a strike from the talented Matt Cain, just 27 years of age, from Germantown, Tennessee. One and one. We mentioned that he's had a no-hitter 5 different times going into the 7th inning. Don't you think it's a matter of time that he'll throw one?
No question. He has got the stuff each and every time out to where he can do just that.
Breaking ball, good curveball. He's got all the pitches, doesn't he?
He sure does. He throws the fastball, the changeup, the slider, the curve. In fact, the catcher's got to take off his feet, his shoes, and maybe show some toes. He's got so many pitches.
Good timing. Ground ball up the middle. Crawford makes another fine play, and he's able to throw out the speedy Maben. That's the 3rd or 4th base hit that Crawford has stolen from Padre hitters.
Great read of the ball off the bat for Crawford. We've seen him go to his right, and this time goes to his left. I thought this ball had a chance. 1-2, but the grass eats it up just a little bit. Not a lot of long grass on that infield here at Petco Park, and he even double clutched a little bit and still gets Maben by a full stride. I thought that was going to be a little closer than it actually was.
With Maben's speed, I think he got a slow break out of the batter's box. Denorfia at 256. Productive game yesterday for the Padre right fielder, a double and a triple. And Bill Miller announcing outside.
Well, Matt Cain, flat out, the guy's a horse. He's going to give you innings. He's going to get his strikeouts.
So 3-0. DeNorfia works the count.
30 starts. First 6 full years in the big leagues for that kid, Matt Cain. Very durable.
Never missed a single start when it was his turn. And he misses the strike zone 4 straight. DeNorfia aboard on a 1-out walk. Here the Giants defense behind Cain. Cabrera, Pagan, and Blanco in the outfield left to right. Arias and Crawford on the left side. Terrio and Belt the right side, and Posey behind the plate.
Most errors in the National League for the San Francisco Giants at 51.
But they haven't committed one in the last 6 games.
Right.
Much like the Padres, who were right up there, most errors all through April, early May, and then they played much plainer ball. They had a critical error yesterday, of course, that allowed 2 runs in and a 6-5 win, and a critical error early today, 2 more unearned runs. Alonso, 2 for 29. Is this the day he breaks out? Still has the best average of anyone in the starting lineup at 267, but he's down from the low 300s in this little June swoon. Outside, says Bill Miller. Well, the Giants keeping an eye on the scoreboard. The Dodgers have won 2 one-run games in Philadelphia, and they've rallied to take a 1-run lead in the 9th inning today, 4-3. About to sweep the Phils. Runner goes down. Oh, he was bluffing and would have had second base DeNorfia standing, but he didn't know that Posey was going to have trouble handling the pitch. 2-1.
Well, it's a high leg kick, and boy, he had a really good jump. Buster Posey kind of rushes it a little bit. Have to see if Matt Cain today uses the abbreviated slide step, trying to be quick to home plate, or if he sticks with the regular leg kick to try to get the most on his pitches.
Like the 2 pitchers preceding him in this series, a #1 draft pick. Ground ball off the glove of Belt. It's a fair ball. DeNorfia running all the way to third, and Alonso safe at first base. I think Belt took his eye off that one, thinking, do I go to second first, or do I catch it, go to first, and try to get the tag double play at second?
1 hop, 2 up. It's kind of tough to see where that ball hit on the second. Did it hit the lip of the grass? Off his glove. The ball hits his glove when he is in fair territory. Therefore, fair ball. Dan Iasonia was all over it. I'm wondering, Dick, where the dirt and the base path meets the grass, the lip of the grass, it's raised up a little bit.
Totally baffled him, didn't it? Almost missed his glove.
It clearly hit on the dirt. So no bad bounce. Belt just couldn't come up with it.
52nd error of the season for the Giants. First and third for Headley, who swings and misses. And a changeup. Headley, the club leader in the RBI and home run column, and of course walks and strikeouts. Chance to get a run or more back after the Giants scored 2 in the top of the first. 91-mile-an-hour fastball right through the swing of Headley, who's hitting .234 left-handed, .282 from the right side. But good numbers there against Matt Cain. Padres are 11-5 against Cain. That's the most wins by any opponent against this right-hander. And they've beaten him 6 out of the last 7.
The one thing you have to be careful of, I've seen Matt Cain do it before, the fake to third, throw to first, so you can't get caught over there off of first base. I know it sounds like a little league move, but it works once in a while.
Struck him out. Foul tip. Fastball. So unable to bring in a run on and out. There's 2 away with runners at the corners. Let's go to our Lexus keys to this game. Mark?
Well, Biz Marquis, Jason Marquis on the mound. You know the music world. You know Biz Marquis, don't you, Dick? Of course you do. He's got the song.
No, I don't.
You've Got What I Need. Just a Friend is the song. Well, Jason Marquis is that quality sinker. That's just what the Padres need here at Petco Park. Take him deep into the game. And then overall, respect. RISP.
RISP, runners in scoring position. Very good.
1 for 11 last night. Have to drive in those runners. That's the situation the Padres find themselves in right now.
Unable to take advantage of the error by Belt and score a run on and out as Headley strikes out, but still first and third, 2 outs to Jesus Guzman. In the Giants organization for a couple of years, hit .320 both seasons in AAA Giants farm system. Never able to crack the major league lineup, so the Padres fortunate to be able to pick him up a year ago. Hitting .255 this year, and an RBI triple and a single, 2 for 4 yesterday. On the inside corner, well placed fastball.
Yeah, and up a little bit as well.
Denorfia with a walk. Alonso safe on the air, first and third. Two and two. Right down the middle.
Yeah, good pitch. And once again, that pitch that you mentioned, Dick, right there, right down the middle of the plate. Fox Tracks, brought to you by my good friends at Southland Technology. You can see where the balls are going through the strike zone today.
And the count goes full. That'll give Alonso, with less than average speed, a jump start. Dave Roberts over to say, now make sure I'll watch the first baseman. Belt will leave the bag and play behind the runner. Chance to cut into the early 2-0 lead. Struck him out. So at first and third and 1 out, the troubles with runners in scoring position continue for the Padres.
Padres baseball here from Petco Park on Fox Sports San Diego. You can hear the cheers for Jason Marquis on the hill. And the pitching probables for the next series against the Milwaukee Brewers have changed quite a bit. In fact, your new pitcher expected to start on Saturday, none other than Andrew Kashner, expected to get his first start with the Padres. Eric Stoltz has been placed on the 15-day DL with a strained lat muscle. That was the move that elected the Padres to select Marquis. So the probables now include Kashner starting on Saturday, Volquez today, and Anthony Bass. Dick Enberg, Mark Grant, back to you.
All right, Layla. Volquez tomorrow will go against Sean Markham. It's a 4:30 start for Padre Live. 12:30 on Saturday, Cashner and Fears. And Sunday, 10:30 for Padre Live, Bass and Gallardo. Drive to center. Maben is there. Well hit by Brandon Crawford. Brings up the pitcher, Matt Cain. Well, if you buy your tickets early, you save. It's as simple as that. So look through the schedule for the rest of the year. Pick out the games you'd like to see. Order them now, and you'll save money. The prices will vary depending on the game you want to attend. And when you buy, check Padres.com for current ticket prices. Be sure to buy early. Save.
Yeah, and who doesn't like to save money these days?
You bet. And it's already the best entertainment bargain in San Diego County. Cain is 5 for 26 this year with a couple of doubles. Much like his opponent, Jason Marquis, some pretty flossy batting numbers for a pitcher. He's 50 career hits, 5 home runs, 20 runs batted in.
Yeah, those are the type of athletes that I get very jealous of. The ones who not only can produce on the mound, but also swing the bat and get good results. And yes, that is the first cuteness sighting today at the ball yard. One more time for you. Enjoy the ball game, big boy.
Pulled to the shortstop, Cabrera. He lets the ball play him and throws out the slower running pitcher, Cain.
You know, if Jason Marquis gets that good feel off this hill, remember, this is the first time he's pitched here in a while off this mound at Petco Park. It might take a while to get that feel, that grade going down towards home plate. You get that release point, you get that arm slot. Next thing you know, Jason Marquis could be taking the Padres into the 6th or 7th inning.
Been here with Arizona, Washington, Colorado, and enjoyed his 6 starts, 3-2 with an ERA 2.93.
I like it.
2 outs to Gregor Blanco, fly to left his first time up. .90-mile-an-hour fastball inside.
Very simple delivery. Kind of a longer stride, too, for a sinker baller. Generally speaking, a lot of sinker ballers will have a shorter stride. Well, that's a good pitch. Where'd that miss?
43rd Padre to see action this year in just 58 games. And the count goes to 3-0. Blanco walks more than any Giant. Good leadoff man. That's a strike. 3-1. His on base percentage .390. And that's what you want from that guy starting the game. He probably get 2-3 chances to lead off. Hits that high in the air to right field, and D'Onofrio playing him shallow has to race back, and that ball's off the wall. Here goes Blanco. He puts on the skids as he rounds second and holds there with a 2-out double. Halfway up the wall in right center. You don't expect him to hit with this kind of power. He's got a triple, a double, a home run yesterday.
And Chris D'Onofrio places this Karen perfectly. Where's the pitch? It's a sinker that leaks towards the middle of the plate. Good swing on it. Low swing path for the left-handed Blanco. And watch this bounce. D'Onofrio cannot get it on the fly. He backs up, plays it perfectly, and holds Blanco to a double.
Brings up Terrio with 2 outs. He singled sharply to left field and scored one of the 2 runs in the first inning.
You know, as an outfielder, I think that's one thing you have to learn is how to not, when you're not going to catch a fly ball. And Mark Sweeney talked with D'Onofrio about that in one of our instructionals. He's not going to get to every baseball, so you have to pull up and play the bounce, and he does that quite nicely. Big
cut by Terrio at a slider. A ball in the strike. Giants have a 2-0 lead early and threaten here in the second. 2-out double from Blanco with Melky Cabrera to hit next.
Like Terrio was kind of playing with his side a little bit after that swing. Kind of walking around out of the batter's box on his left side.
One and two. Fastball. Well, in many ways, as we watch Marquis, we're mindful of Jeff Suppan earlier in the season. They're built a lot alike. Marquis maybe a little more steam on the fastball. Nice stop by Baker.
The one area where they are similar, they have to stay in the corners. They can't afford to throw a ball down the plate. The one thing Marquis possesses that Suppan did not was that his movement on that sinker. And when Jason has the sinker really working well, he can afford to just throw it knee high, middle of the plate, and let the ball do the work. If he starts nitpicking, that's when that ball ends up way off the plate and the hitters take.
Boy, another ball way outside, a slider. Full count now to Terrio. I'm going to try to get him out. He's been troublesome, but with Melky Cabrera hitting behind him, Terrio's getting a lot of good pitches to hit. Full count. Just lays the bat on the ball and drops a single into right. That'll bring Blanco home with a slide. It's 3-0. That's some good hitting by Terrio. My goodness. He's just wearing out the Padres in this series.
Nobody said you had to come out of your shoes to put the ball in play and have the result being a run. That pitch was down and away. And it's, I'll tell you what, right now the Sri Lankans are on the phone with their cricket captain, wondering if Ryan Terrio can come over to Sri Lanka and play for the cricket team with that swing.
Yeah, that's just a little cricket chop.
Exactly.
Gets the job done. His 4th RBI base hit. Oh, a big jump. The throw through, not in time. Huge jump by Terrio. Good throw by Baker, but Marquis allowed Terrio too big a jump. Look, he's got a running start.
Did you see that? He had a little hop before he went into that stride.
So he stole that one off the pitcher. 1 strike to Cabrera.
Well, once Matt Cain gets a lead, it's tough.
You know, watching the sample of this 3-game series, the Giants, with their pitching and the added hitting that Cabrera and Pagan have brought to the lineup. That one chipped to left field. Guzman retreats and has it shy of the warning path. But the Giants get another 2-out double and Terrio's 2-out single. Giants as we go to the home half of the second inning. Monday, June 18th, the Padres face the Rangers, the powerful Texas club. What a lineup. 7:05 game, and the first 25,000 of you will take home a new MLB Network drawstring backpack. Don't wait. Buy your tickets early. Save at Padres.com or call 795-5555 and area 619. First pitch to John Baker, in for a strike. It'll be Baker, Forsythe, and Cabrera for the Padres in the second.
Carlos Quentin getting the day off. Hey, that doesn't mean he can't pitch hit for you, Mr. Enberg.
That's right. That's just a guess. That maybe he'll be able to come up there late if the Padres can stay close. But they're working against Matt Cain. And when you give Cain a 3-run lead, he's almost impossible to beat. Another foul. Well, the Dodgers were hanging on 4-3, but they rolled a 4 in the top of the 9th inning and have a 5-run lead at Philadelphia on their way to a sweep of the Phils. Did not go around.
Hey, lemonade. Ice cold lemonade.
You know, that's what we could always do, you know.
I'd be a great salesman
I know
at the
you
ballpark.
would. Oh, you'd be terrific.
I think it'd be fun.
What would you like to sell?
I would Red Hots. Get your Red Hots.
Do they sell those in the stands, or do you
No,
have to
you
go
know
to
what?
the
Very few ballparks now have the vendors walking
with
around.
a big
exactly
stainless steel container?
But you know, I have to be honest with you. I'd want to sell the suds. I'd want to pour the hops and barley.
1-2 to Baker. Yeah, I'd have to be right behind you selling the peanuts.
There you go.
Yeah, because I like the idea, guy, about 8 rows up, and you have to fire a little bag of peanuts over there.
That'd be fun.
Another foul by Baker.
I remember going to Comiskey Park, Wrigley Field as a kid, and you see those vendors with those big stainless steel crates, like you said, right?
Yeah.
And they would have it down. They'd have the big 16-ounce cans. They'd pop the cans, get the 2 glasses in their other hand, and pour them 2 at a time.
2 at a time.
Yeah.
2-2. And another foul by Baker. A good at bat against Matt Cain as he leads off the second inning. Yeah, peanuts would be a light load. You know, beer's heavy. That's perhaps why they don't sell the hot dogs. You had to have that big, heavy container around your shoulders. And I'd be curious to see what the biggest seller in terms of volume is, not in terms of money accumulated.
Right.
That's probably
product sold.
Probably beer. Yeah. Line drive foul the other way.
You're just taking me back to the day. How about, here's what I miss as a fan, going to the ballparks when they had the vendors, and the hot dog guy would have the steaming hot dogs in the one container, and then the buns on the side. He'd open up that stainless steel thing, and you could see the smoke coming out. You could smell the hot dogs. Yes, sirree.
Make that 3. 10th pitch of this at bat coming up. And another ball that's going to loop foul into the first row down the left field side, and a good play made by a gloved spectator from San Francisco. Didn't leave his heart up there, brought it down here to root for the Giants.
Nice. And he brought his glove, like every fan should do.
And another.
What in the Luke Appling is going on here with John Baker?
He's worn out that bat. Got to get a new one.
And as a pitcher, you kind of get frustrated. Okay, what else can I throw up there? She's going home with a souvenir. She's like, what are you doing? You took my ball. Okay. Oh, did I see her scuffing it up? She have a little sandpaper there?
Yeah, she's going to rub it up. Again, the 2-2 pitch. Finally strikes him out. That's 3 in a row for Matt Cain. He struck out both Headley and Guzman with runners at first and third and 1 out in the first inning.
So he saved the curveball for last to put away Baker. Took a lot off. The previous pitches, all the foul balls looked like it was maybe fastballs, sliders, hard, and then he pulls the string. You see John Baker way out in front of that curveball.
He's trying to wake up that little clown that's deep down in the middle of the ball. Forsythe takes a strike. Good start for Logan at the bat. 5 for 8 and 3 walks in his 3 games since rejoining the club off the DL. Fooled on that pitch. Slider.
So we've seen the changeup. We've seen, of course, the fastball, the slider, and the curveball from Matt Cain this afternoon. He's breaking them all out.
1, 2, 3, and down goes Forsythe. 4 strikeouts in a row. That was the slider.
Curveball, big looping break, slider, short break away, out in front, almost like you're turning a doorknob and getting that little tilt on it at the end.
Everett Cabrera steps in. 217 from the left side. 226 overall. Strikeout machine, Matt Cain. Little trouble in the first inning caused by his own walk and an error by the first baseman. But then he said, okay, far enough. Strikeout Headley, strikeout Guzman. Here in the second inning, strikeout Baker, strikeout Forsythe. Oh, he's making the hitters look bad. That's a changeup.
He is not throwing this afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. He is pitching. The changeup from Matt Cain. Way out in front is Everett Cabrera. He is disrupting the timing big time on these Padre hitters early on. Then he goes upstairs by design. Now probably look for something low and out of the zone here.
Strikes out the side. 5 in a row for Matt Cain, putting on a pitching display. There's the curveball, and Cabrera takes the long walk. In support of their ace right-hander Matt Cain, as we go to the top of the third, and our San Diego County Credit Union factoid of the game. The Padres now with Marquis on the mound. 43 different players this season, by far the most in the majors. That DL list, more on the DL than any team on the planet.
Yeah, I think the Padre players should, like when you go to a seminar or something, so, you have those name tags. Hello, my name is.
Yeah. Posey.
I always try to look at the bright side, right? Half full. Hey, it's a way to meet new players, make new friends. I'm sure there's a lot of guys in that clubhouse who didn't know Jason Marquis, and he's quite an individual.
A good guy, yeah.
Great guy.
Very bright. Posey pulls it high and deep down the left field line, and that's a home run off the facing of the second deck. Got a slider and pulled it out of here. 4-0 Giants. Posey's 7th home run of the year. He's certainly the people's choice up in San Francisco for many reasons.
He's the type of hitter to where you're not going to get away with a lot of mistakes. He was out in front of this hanging slider, but still catches enough of it to where he puts it in the second basket of the Western Metal Supply Company building.
So 4-0, and whoa, comebacker, that self-defense play made by Marquis off the bat of Pagan. And that's interesting because it was against Pagan a year ago, a line drive back to the mound, and fractured his leg just below the knee.
That's right.
And Pagan went after him again. With that home run hit by Posey, another $10,000 has been raised in our game for prostate cancer research. To make a donation, you folks at home, you can call 800-798-CURE, C-U-R-E, or go online to www.pcf.org. Brandon Belt doubled in a run his first time. Well, they say, prostate cancer, one of the most common cancers in men, and that if we live long enough, we'll all have that. Yeah. And so to be able to find an answer to any cancer, women have campaigned gloriously, and the support has been fantastic. Breast cancer, and trying to help the cause. Now for the men's side, the prostate cancer. 10,000 donate.
Get checked early, right?
Yeah, my father lost him because of prostate cancer. He thought it'd just go away, Michigan farm, Finnish, stubborn, it'll go away. It goes into your bones, and that's the end. 2-1. Now Buster Posey, RBI single and a home run. And he just to get one like that, a catcher that can play the position defensively so well and be a real serious threat in the middle of the lineup. Padres feel they may have one down in Tucson. Giovanni Grandal, the switch hitting catcher.
That at bat the other night, he put a jolt into one. He flew out to deep left field, but showing some opposite field power for Yasmani Grandal.
Matt Cain has to be pleased with a 4-0 lead. Here's the bad news regarding Cain. When he gets 3 runs in his career, he's 63-9. So the challenge has been laid by these hot-hitting Giants to the Padres. You're going to beat our outstanding pitcher. You're going to have to come up some way with a big inning. Joaquin Arias grounded to second his first time up.
Mark Sweeney is soaking up some sun down there by the Padre dugout. How is it down there today, Marco?
I just slipped the sunscreen on just to make sure.
Little 50?
Oh, yeah, 50 plus. Have to. Looks beautiful today, though.
Big wave and a miss.
Mark, we talk about different types of pitchers and the approaches. Against Jason Marquis, sinker baller, what's your approach?
Yeah, you just got to look for it elevated. When he gets it elevated, it actually goes side to side. But when he throws that downhill like that last pitch, you really have that sinking action. You can see it down here especially.
1 out walk. Brandon Belt at first base after the home run leading off the inning from Buster Posey. How sweet is that swing of Posey's?
Guys, it's impressive, and obviously he's on the opponent's side, but the way he uses his legs and his hands, they all work together. Real nice to watch.
Big jump. Tough play for Headley. Can't make it. That's the other part of this Giants team. They get a lot of scratch hits in this 3-game series.
I was just going to say how many infield singles for the Giants they have. And that's one of the negatives when you have a sinker baller like Jason Marquis out on the mound. They beat that baseball in front of home plate. It's not a clean 2-hopper to one of the infielders. And then you have to deal with this. Headley cannot find the handle. And everybody's safe.
Belt moves to second on the scratch single. Joaquin Arias, and that's 7 hits now for the Giants and 4 runs in 2 2/3 innings. Crawford lined out to center his first time. Chopper to second. Forsythe will go to second for 1. And safe on the fielder's choice is Crawford. Arias erased for 6. Belt to third.
Mark Sweeney, I know you played with one of the nastiest sinker ballers, that being Kevin Brown.
Yeah.
Who are some of the nasty sinker ballers that you actually faced in the batter's box?
Well, you know, I mean, all the sinker ballers were real tough. I thought Brandon Webb, when he was healthy, was one of those guys that really had that heavy sinker. But you mentioned Kevin Brown. The guy, he always had trouble with the guys that really slapped the ball. Those power hitters, he used to carve them up. But those, you know, Montreal Expos that really put the ball on the turf, those are the teams that really gave him problems. Because they'd slap the ball, much like the Giants are doing. Finding those holes really gets irritating.
Yeah, and he would go in and bust up a TV set right after something like that, too.
He had some anger issues, but man, did I love Kevin Brown. I loved him as a teammate.
First and third, 2 outs to the pitcher, Matt Cain, and he takes a strike, 1-1.
In fact, there's a story about Kevin Brown. Before the season even started, he gave the clubhouse guy a blank check and said, hey, whatever I damage this year, just fill it in and I'll pay for it. Awesome.
It's nice to make money in the game, isn't it?
1-1 to Cain. Watch out. That was aimed over your head.
You know, you're right, Mark, though. Kevin Brown, I tell you what, in his prime, he'd be a guy that if there was a game on the line, he'd be the guy I want on the mound.
No question about it. And I'll tell you one of these other things, one of the most embarrassing moments of my career, bases loaded, 1 out against Kevin Brown in Florida. I fouled a 2-0 pitch off my back leg. Not really impressive swing from my side.
Cain still alive, 1-2. Of all the players the two of you have encountered, of course, there's incidents that are storied in the lore of baseball of players just ripping up, water coolers and lockers. Think about maybe an incident or two you could share with us. 1 and 2, we can make that one of our themes today.
Well, Dick, it's all crime of passion. That's all it is. Crimes of passion.
Hey, I identify. I got him to wave and miss at a breaker, but the Giants add 1 more on the home run by Posey. And they leave 2. Middle of the third, 4-0 to the San Francisco Giants. Cain completing his warm-ups, 4-0. We go to the last of the third. Time for the Sequan Casino Daycation highlight of the game. The String of K's, the author, Matt Cain.
Well, he's using all of his pitches. Of course, we know about the fastball for Matt Cain, which probably tops out about 93, 94. But also he's pulling the string, sliders, curveballs. He's even thrown the changeup this afternoon. Matt Cain is really locked in. And these guys are getting jiggy with it up in the upper deck. Enjoying themselves in a big league ball game.
So Cain strikes out Headley, Guzman, Baker, Forsythe, and Cabrera, 5 in a row, and now faces Jason Marquis, who bats left-handed. He just looks like he knows how to hit the way he steps in there.
Now that is one unique hat right there. That's got the beard, mustache. Is that a Brian Wilson fan, maybe? Rooting Brian Wilson back.
That must be it, yeah.
You know what?
He could have dyed his beard, you know.
That could be Brian Wilson. Maybe doing a little scouting report.
Incognito.
Yeah.
Line drive, left field, and that's going to fall for a base hit. Marquis, true to form, has the Padres' first hit. Brian Wilson, you know, he gets kind of blinded and you get real hot in that knit cap and forgot which team he was cheering for.
Hey, he puts a good swing on it. Just swing hard. You might hit it and find the garden spot out there in left field.
His 114th career base hit. Cameron Maben to the top of the order. Padres need to put a dent in that 4-0 lead. Build a little momentum. Maben grounded to short. A good play made by Crawford. Hits that one well to center. Back goes Pagan and drops the ball. Marquis had stopped at second, now gets to third, and into second goes Maben. Well, that's got to be an error. Pagan again playing that ball, drifting, not getting to the warning path, letting the ball take him there, and then he drops it.
Dick, I totally agree with you. A very catchable ball. If that's not an error, I will be very surprised, but I think the big key around this play is Jason Marquis. He swings the bat well. He pitches well. He's a good athlete. He goes to the furthest point before to get second base. Okay, if he catches it, he can go back. He sees daylight, touches second base, cruises in the third, and the Padres got something going here at second and third, and nobody out.
Two-base error charged to Pagan. So Maben and Marquis aboard. And a strike on the breaking ball to Denorfia, who walked his first time up. Now the Padres had first and third, one out in the first, couldn't dent the board. Here's a better opportunity, second and third, and no one out. Infield back except the third baseman Arias. Now one base hit here, and new ball game.
Yeah, Chris Denorfia's just got to play a little game of pepper here. Try not to overswing. He used the whole field yesterday, singling to left, going to right, doubling, I should say.
Back to the mound. Oh, what a play by Cain. That's on its way to center field for a 2-run single. Fielding his position on a sharp comebacker off the bat of Denorfia.
Very frustrating. One hopper. And with the middle infielders, you saw that Crawford and Terrio, as you mentioned, were playing in just a little bit, cutting down the range. That ball may have had a chance to sneak through for a base hit.
It would have had he not gloved it. So one out. That's another offer with a man in scoring position. The last two games, the Padres are 0 for 14.
You know, that's like that one situation. Remember, Dick, I think it was last homestand where Yonder Alonso was at the plate. Remember, he smoked that ball to the first baseman with runners in scoring position. Just running into a little bad luck.
Yeah, perhaps some good luck here for the first baseman. Safe on an error by Belt at first base. His only at bat. Broken bat ground ball. That Marquis coming to the plate. Here comes the throw. He bounces it. And safe is Marquis. Terrio, rather than rearing and firing the ball, and he had time to get the pitcher at the plate, threw on the run off balance and spiked it. And the Padres cut into the lead. It's 4-1.
Oh, he had plenty of time, it looked like, because it looked like that Marquis kind of hesitated at first. Buster Posey kind of olayed it on the short hop.
Another error for the team that has been guilty of more errors than anyone in the National League. 2 in this inning. Alonso safe on the fielder's choice.
And you can see Buster Posey wants no part of home plate, playing that out in front of home plate, trying to pick it on the short hop. Hey, a good throw, like you said, Dick, would have had Jason Marquis.
You can credit Alonso with an RBI on the play. You can't presume him being out at the plate. Well, we'll check with the score. So first and third, still only 1 out and a chance. Well, generous inning, a 5-out inning now, with the Giants committing a pair of errors. Headley struck out swinging first time. 2-0.
He struck out last time up on a good fastball. Let's see if Matt Cain continues to throw Chase Headley fastballs. This at bat.
Alonso safe on the error by Terrio, but should get an RBI. You can't presume that the runner Marquis would be out.
That ball's hit well by Headley to deep right center field. That's way back, and it is off the wall. 1 run scores. Here comes another streaking to the plate. Here comes the plate of the plate, and safe is Alonso. It's 4-3 on a 2-run double by Chase Headley.
A great swing by Chase Headley. He gets extended off this Matt Cain pitch, and it hits off the cyclone fence about maybe 2/3 of the way up. And Buster Posey way out in front of home plate. See how far in front of home plate he is there? Want no part of trying to block home plate. And the Padres making some noise here.
3 runs on 2 hits and 2 Giant errors. And they have been giant errors. The ball dropped in center field by Angel Pagan, and the throw bounced by second baseman Ryan Terrio. So the tying run with 1 out, Headley at second base. Guzman the batter. And they're appealing at first base that Headley did not touch the bag on his way to second. And first base umpire Desanya waves it off. So Marquis singled to left. Maben safe on the error by Pagan in center field. Denorfia out on a hard shot back to the mound, fielded by Cain. Then Alonso, his ball, a broken bat, thrown to the plate by second baseman Terrio for an error. And then Headley with a crisp shot to right center for a 2-run double.
Oh, he put a good swing on it, and it was a fastball. He wanted it down and away. It leaked down and in a little bit. And Chase Headley throwing the head. It was a good-looking swing, Mark Sweeney, down there by the dugout. Sounded good as well.
Yeah, I love the fact that he got himself into that hitter's count.
Guzman ties into one, but it's not deep enough.
Headley will have to return to second as the catch made by Cabrera. Guzman just off the end of the bat, just missed putting the Padres ahead.
You know, Mark, going back to that, you know, from a hitter's standpoint, you really got to try to get yourself into hitter's counts. And when you get into hitter's counts, we know what Matt Cain is going to go to. It's that number 1, and you get into fastball counts. Carlos Quentin has infused that mentality since he's been back, the fastball approach.
Good point.
John Baker with 2 outs and Headley at second. Baker struck out, 1 of 5 in a row logged by Cain in the first and second innings. Looped into left field. In comes Cabrera to make the catch. But the Padres take advantage of some loose defense by the Giants, and Headley makes them pay. A 2-run double, and the Giants lead cut to 4-3. The 4 Giants runs unearned, and all 3 of those just scored by the Padres unearned. As we go to our AT&T trivia question today, can you name the current Padre who appeared in both the Little League and Major League World Series?
Oh, that's a good one.
That is a nice one. We'll give you the answer next half inning. Bunted in the air and away from Baker.
I'll tell you what, that's got to be every little kid's dream, playing Little League, to make it to Williamsport. I know it was mine. Man, those were the days.
Brian Sipe was a member of the Little League champions, was he not?
I think he was. He was part of one of those teams that went there. You betcha.
Almost got to the World Series of football, the Super Bowl, but that guy John Elway up in Denver got in the way.
Did you ever call a Little League World Series game, Dick?
No, I'd like to. I'd like to call the College World Series. That'd be my first choice, but
that's quite an event.
Leadoff man Blanco. The count is 1-1. He has flied to left, doubled, and scored.
I mean, when they specifically build a venue just for the College World Series, you know it's a big time event.
Yeah. Well, that's television again has helped the event. 2 balls and a strike.
Mark Sweeney, how are you swinging the shillelagh in Little League back up there in the East Coast in Det?
Well, I always tell people, Mud, I always peaked in Little League. And then
you said peaked, right, with a
yes,
K? Okay.
I peaked in Little League, yes.
Ground ball. Alonso, a diving stab, and the throw to Marquis for the out. Well done, Yonder. Takes a hit away from Blanco.
Hey, we know that a big-time hit, a home run, an extra base hit, RBI will get the guys flowing on that bench and cheering. I'll tell you what, a play like this will also get everybody in that dugout up and yelling and cheering for Marquis and for Yonder Alonso. Nice job from the seat of his pants, firing a strike to the pitcher covering. Nicely done.
And reading your memoirs, that was one of your specialties, throw from the seat of your pants.
Everything in my life is from the seat of my pants.
Ryan Theriot takes a strike. He's 2 for 2. Knocked in a run and scored a run. What a series. He's 5 for 10. He's been on base with walks 2 other times.
And I think that's partly because, as you mentioned before, Dick, Melky Cabrera, the way he's swinging the bat.
Nice luxury to have Cabrera looming behind you.
Absolutely.
Ontario came to town, this 32-year-old, hitting just a modest 236. He's currently at 273. He's not going to feel that happy about going back home for the next series up at San Francisco. Pulled, foul, just foul. Giants leave after the game, head home for a weekend series with the Rangers. Boy, that'll be some good stuff there. And the Padres hop on their Delta charter and head for the Brewtown, Milwaukee, for games tomorrow, Saturday, Sunday, then on to Seattle for 3, and we'll conclude another long road trip, Oakland, for 3 games. 3-2 the count. 1 out here in the 4th. And as has been the case in this 3-game series, a 1-run game. Ripped, and he's got another hit. 3 for 3 for Theriot. Cabrera has to go out to get the ball on the carom, and Theriot in 4 innings has gone single, single, double.
The man's a menace. This pitch here, it's a high, looks like a high slider, and he gets on top of it, just out of the reach. Actually, Chase Headley draws leather on that one hopper.
Theriot 7 for 11 in the series, plus 2 walks.
Well, that elevated pitch, the one thing that sticks out to me is that he got that top hand on top of that breaking ball and kept it fair.
Here's Cabrera, safe on an error, throwing error by Marquis, and he flied to left. Ooh, that's a wicked skidder behind the dugout of the Giants. Hopefully no one took that one in the body. Well, here's our Geico quote of the game from Bruce Bochy on Melky Cabrera, leading hitter in the major leagues. He reminds me of Tony Gwynn. How's that for a compliment? The type of hitter he is, takes what they give him. He doesn't try to do too much. He has a calmness. He doesn't panic even with 2 strikes. He's just a great hitter. From manager Bochy.
You know, that is a great quote, and I know Mark Sweeney knows a lot about hitting, and he has talked about that. And Mark, I guess, you know, Melky Cabrera is the type, he slows everything down. He slows the game down, and therefore it becomes a little easier for him.
He does, and you know, high praise from Bruce Bochy. Anytime you talk about Tony Gwynn and comparisons, that is amazing in itself. But he does. He slows it down, and he spreads out a little bit with 2 strikes, just giving that short approach.
And he strikes him out, does Marquis. That's a rarity. Cabrera goes down swinging. 3 strikeouts for Jason Marquis.
Spread out a little bit. That didn't look like a changeup. That looked like a changeup that Melky Cabrera was way out in front of.
So with 2 outs, Buster Posey, an RBI single, and his 7th home run of the year the last time up, leading off the 3rd. Another potential RBI out at second base in the form of Terrio. Well, this one will kiss the second level of the Western Supply Company building.
And he was out in front of that one a little bit too, Dick. You see him was out in front, kind of one-handed. Both hands were on the bat, but he actually let go of the bat after contact. The point is, he was out in front of that ball, really didn't square it up to the best of his ability, and still gave it a good ride.
Pulls that one foul. 2 strikes the count. Alex Hinshaw starts loosening up in the Padre bullpen.
And Mark, when you watch that side swing, we constantly talk about using your legs. When you're out front and you drive your legs down through the ground, you can really keep that barrel through the baseball. Even when you're out front, you can hit that and obviously hit the sweet spot of the bat.
So what you're trying to say is, if the arms are kind of out of it, you see out front the legs come into play.
Yeah, and his legs go down to the ground, and that's driving your lower half, enabling that barrel of the bat to get through the baseball. Such a pretty swing.
That is.
Ground ball to short. Cabrera able to cover to his left and throw him out. No damage done by the 1-out double from Terrio. We go to the home half of the 4th. It's 4-3. Buster Posey, first inning, knocked in a run, a couple for the Giants in the first, and then Posey adds the home run, leading off the 3rd to make it 4-0. Padres come back, aided by a couple of Giant errors, one of those on a throw to the plate by Ryan Terrio, and they score 3 runs when Headley drives in 2 with a long double to right center field. It's 4-3. And Logan Forsythe, look at those crooked numbers for the Giants. 4 runs, 8 hits, 3 errors. 3 runs, 2 hits, 1 error for the home side.
Now 54 errors for the Gigantes of San Francisco on the year.
Forsythe struck out his first time. Cabrera on deck also struck out. And then Marquis, the pitcher who got that 3-run inning started in the third with a base hit to left field. The hero on Friday night, Forsythe, with the home run. The walk-off homer, his first as a major leaguer.
That was exciting, wasn't it?
It was. That was the game of the year so far for the Padres.
And we'd like to welcome some of the Caltrans workers taking the day off today. We enjoyed a big league ball game.
Oh, he got his pitch, but popped it up shallow and center. Pagan coming in. Oh, he really hit that high into the blue sky of San Diego. One away. Well, you can kick off the summer with the Padres at the Ultimate Cookout presented by Verizon. That's coming up a week from Friday, the 22nd. Come early, sample some of the best barbecue in all of San Diego, starting at 5 in the evening. And then at 7:05, the Padres will host the Mariners. And after the game, a fireworks show as well. What a ticket that is. Get yours at Padres.com or call 619-795-5555. Cabrera going to try to bunt his way on.
That's a parasol. That's not an umbrella. That's a parasol. And that's Justin Bieber right there. How he got in with nobody noticing, I'll never know. He's crushing those nachos. No chance.
Scarfing those down, isn't he? 1-1.
That's an umbrella.
That's solar, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right out of the UFO collection. Got that from New Mexico. Roswell Special.
Cabrera sending the left fielder. Cabrera back. He can't get there. And it bounces into the stands. A ground roll double. That's a shame because with Cabrera's speed, if that stays in the ballpark, he's got 3.
That ball traveled well to left field. I did not think that it was going to travel that far.
Neither did Cabrera.
Yeah, puts a good swing on it.
Everett to Melky and over Melky. One Cabrera over the other, Cabrera's head. So the tying run out at second with one out here in the fourth.
Mark Sweeney, a nice opposite field swing right there by Cabrera.
Yeah, nice approach, just going the other way. Had good sound off the bat down here.
And a chance for Marquis, single to left field his first time. Matt Cain, his pitch count. Next one's going to be 65.
Hey, the outfield for the Giants playing the opposite way and shallow.
He takes a nice looking swing. No wonder he has 114 career hits and 5 home runs. On deck, Cameron Maven. Chris Denorfia there in the hole. Two balls and a strike.
He threw him a changeup there. So Matt Cain respecting the athleticism of Jason Marquis, pulling the string. A 1-1 changeup.
Out of play. Marquis has throughout his major league career been with the winner. Only one time since 2000 has the team for whom he pitched or not gone to the playoffs.
Wow.
And this is the 8th major league team for him. Atlanta, St. Louis, the Cubs, Colorado, Washington, Arizona, Minnesota, San Diego. Well, one exception would be Minnesota. He was only there for less than a month this year. And Washington in 2010 the other. Got him. Hard slider. And that is the 6th strikeout for Matt Cain. Well, our AT&T trivia question was what Padre, a current Padre, appeared in both the Little League and Major League World Series. Did you get the answer? Jason Marquis. Grew up Long Island, New York, Tottenville.
I think there's maybe a handful, maybe 2 or 3 former major leaguers played the Little League World Series, College World Series, and the Major League World Series. Ed Vosberg is one that comes to mind.
2 outs now. The tying run at second for leadoff man Cameron Maben. Out on a solid play by the shortstop Crawford, ranging to take a hit away from him in the first inning. And then safe on the air, hit one deep to center, and Angel Pagan had it in his glove and dropped it. That was a key in the 3-run third inning. Chance to tie it with a base hit here. On the outside corner, a lot of movement on that slider.
He may have got a call. I think Cameron Maben has every right to gripe at that one. But don't let it affect the next pitch. Kane gets a call. Yeah, it's just off the block a little bit, according to Fox Tracks.
That's outside, 2-1. Have a moment. Congratulations to the 4 men that sang the national anthem today. The Fourth Dimension Barbershop Quartet. Weren't they good?
Outstanding. A great job. Well done, gentlemen.
I love that sound. 2-1. The action pitch to Maben with a tying run out at second base. Cabrera. Ground ball, glove by Kane. A line drive actually never hit the ground. A low liner, and Cameron Maben just tosses his helmet and bat away. That was headed to center field. Kane denies the Padres a tying run. Fox Sports San Diego presents Padres Baseball. Brought to you by Sequan Casino. Get away for the day at the all-new Sequan Casino, San Diego's destination for casino gaming and excitement. And by your San Diego County Lexus dealer. Four innings in the book. 4-8-3. The Giants in the lead, and 3 runs, 3 hits, 1 error, and 4 left for San Diego. They've again today runners in scoring position. The Padres 1 for 9. They were 1 for 11 yesterday. 2 for 20 in the 2 games. That has to improve. Fouled at the plate by Angel Pagan. Struck out, took a 3rd strike in the first, and hammered one right back to the mound that was taken care of by Marquis. Last August, the line drive broke the leg of Marquis. Didn't know it was broken. He actually had an at bat and went out and pitched part of the next inning before he realized the pain was so severe. That's on the inside corner. 1-2 to Pagan. Didn't like the call.
And think about it, as a pitcher, regardless if it's your push-off leg or your landing leg, you get a break down there and you continue to play. That's got to be hurting. And that's the kind of guy I want on my team. He's a gamer. 106 career major league wins in that right arm. You know, you win 100 games in the big leagues. That's a darn good career. And then to put it in perspective, Greg Maddux, 355. Cy Young, 511. Come on.
Yeah, I think that is a watershed mark. You know, 100 wins, 1,000 hits. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Pagan goes down. That's 4 strikeouts. A changeup gets him. So my partner Mark Grant, he goes nowhere without the old horsehide, cowhide.
Yeah, this is my security blanket. We're going to talk about the two-seam sinker that Jason Marquis throws. 2 seams, fingers on the seams here. And what really happens is you can put a little finger pressure on your thumb. You can put it on the side, whatever. But also you pronate. What that means is you throw inside the ball this way. After this next pitch, I'll elaborate what I'm talking about. But when a pitcher throws, you naturally pronate in like this. It's just the way the body works. It's just natural.
It's like the serve in tennis.
Exactly. And with a little bit of finger pressure, some guys just get that rotation to where it just sinks down and in, and it's a natural sinker. You start trying to force it, and it really works against you. Some guys just have it, some guys don't.
And often it's more of the pitchers as they age that come 3/4 and almost sidearm. They get even more sink. The Marquis still comes, pretty much 3/4 all the way.
And the key is, you can lower the arm angle. You can lower the arm angle, but you could still stay on top of the base. Lower the arm angle here, but you could still stay on top of the baseball to get out here and pronate that way. And it's easier. Usually shorter stride, get up on top, and can really pull down to make that thing pronate and get that action on the sinker.
Strikes out Belt with a changeup. Back-to-back strikeouts of Pagan and Belt. That's 5 in the game for Marquis, and seems to be getting better and better as we move along.
And our good friend Randy Jones, who is a sinker specialist, he'd be one of the guys to tell you that as time goes on and the pitcher has a tendency to tire a little bit, maybe the sinker ball and the changeup have a little bit more action on it. Sometimes when sinker balls are too strong, they say it doesn't sink as well.
Pulled foul by Arias, who has an infield hit in 2 trips. And then you add the weather element. Those sinker ballers will get cold and misty and dank, and then they really like to throw that ball that feels like you're hitting a bowling ball.
Exactly. In the thinner air like Arizona, it would be more difficult, like in spring training. That's why you really can't gauge spring training numbers. But when you get in high humidity, like in the Midwest and the East Coast, that sinker ball will really start to bite. Really have some action on it.
Jason Marquis is a pitch away from striking out the side here in the 5th.
Sinker in. Tried to force it. And that's natural. That'll happen. At times there are pitchers who try to make too good of a pitch, and it seems to be that was the case on that last pitch from Jason. Let's peek in here to John Baker. What do we got working here? Change up, slider, down and away, slider.
Got him swinging. Marquis in the 5th inning. Strikes out Pagan. Whiffs Brandon Belt. And takes care of Joaquin Arias. 1, 2, 3. We're at the halfway mark in this one.
Giants 4, Padres 3 as we go to the home half of the 5th inning. And a reminder, tomorrow on Fox Sports San Diego, catch a new episode of Padres POV. Kerry Chow gets you up close and personal with the Padres both on and off the field. Padres POV tomorrow 4 o'clock on Fox Sports San Diego, presented by Sequan Casino. And then at 4:30, Padres Live from Milwaukee. Chris Denorfia leads off the 5th inning. Padres need a run to tie. Denorfia has walked and was out on one of 2 very good plays made by Matt Cain in the middle of the diamond. He's taken a couple of hits away from the Padres. Denied Denorfia in the 3rd. And how about that low line shot from Maben's bat in the 4th? That would have tied the game, as Cabrera was at second base. 1-2.
Good pitch to hack at. That fastball has a little run on it at 91. Matt Cain has been consistently around 91 on that fastball this afternoon, 92 at times. Breaking ball here.
Line drive, base hit to center field. Denorfia cracks a sharp single. Leading off the 5th, Matt Cain facing his nemesis, the San Diego Padres, who have logged an 11-5 record against this talented right-hander.
I was really surprised Matt Cain threw a fastball, but he did not hit his location. That ball leaked up. Good 2-strike swing also by Chris Denorfia, Mark Sweeney, huh?
Yeah, and that was a nice job. And you saw that the location of that ball. He wanted to pitch it up, but it leaked over the middle of the plate. More comfortable for the hitter to really get his hands inside that baseball.
Yonder Alonso's been up on twice, and then a line drive double play. How unlucky is that? The poor man is 2 for 32. Hits a shot that goes right to belt at first base. Denorfia only a couple of steps off the bag. It's an easy double play.
Nothing he can do there. I'm talking about Chris Denorfia. Secondary lead, hot smash. You're not going to beat him back to the bag there. Alonso's done that a few times this year. Pulled the ball with some authority right into the glove of the first baseman.
Hit that just 3 feet higher and hit second and third and maybe even a tie game. Chase Headley doubled in a pair of runs the last time. Two strikes the count.
There's that 92-mile-an-hour heater. Keep swinging, Yonder. Nothing you can do there, kid.
No, you hit the ball like that, you're going to get your base hits, but it's hard to digest a ball you hit so hard becomes 2 outs. Next pitch, well, that will be the 80th pitch from Matt Cain, who has a 4-3 lead. Sharp shot to right field, and the Padres have another base hit. Now big now is that double play off the bat of Alonso. 3 straight batters have hit the ball sharply here in the 5th, and yet the Padres have 2 outs and only 1 man on.
Chase Headley did a nice job of squaring up that slider. It was down and in. That's one of those pitches where you really have to concentrate on getting those hands through so you do not get jammed. Get the hands through quickly, get the fat part of the bat on that baseball, and he singles to right field.
2 of the 5 Padre hits off the bat of Headley. Guzman with 2 outs has struck out and flied to left. Just missed the last time up off the end of the bat, and he had almost got the ball to the warning path. Caught by Cabrera. Ooh, that was close. And Headley picks his spots. He's a good base runner, and you don't pay attention to him, he'll swipe one on you. He has 5 steals this year. Lays off, fastball inside. 3 finals are in. The Dodgers beat the Phils 8-3. The Mets over Washington 3-1. And in the American League, the Tigers 7, Cleveland 5.
Here it's 4-3. 2 outs. Headley at first base. 5th inning. Unfortunate inning so far. They were lucky in the 3rd. They got a 5-out inning. A couple of errors led to 3 unearned runs. Not so fortunate here in the 5th. 3 line shots, 2 singles, and a line out double play off the bat of Alonso. Way outside with that sweeper. Curveball. Guzman sitting on a 2-0 pitch. As the Prince of Poway.
Yeah.
Chris Bochy going through the signs.
Big fan of Boch. Let's see which we put on here, Mark. Throw over.
Got a slider. 2-1.
That was a pretty good pitch. Let's try another one right here.
Bochy's mic'd, huh?
After this pitch.
Snap throw by Posey, but Headley scrambles back. It's 2-2.
The thing about Bruce Boch is that his sense of humor. He's got such a dry sense of humor. The one-liners and the zingers. He's just always keeping everybody on their toes and making everybody feel like they're included. That's what I mean. That's what he's really good at.
Full count to Guzman. So a tweener here could score Headley and tie it. Guzman started this homestand against the Arizona Diamondbacks, remember, with a pinch hit home run in that 7-1 win. Big 8th inning when they scored 6 runs.
Fastball in right here. Oh, he had one to rip at.
Headley running on 3-2.
And once again, Kane missing his spot. That could have been a big time mistake. Posey set up inside. This ball leaks. It's down. That's inner third, maybe middle.
So full count. What's Posey going to flash here?
I would be surprised if he throws a wrinkle in one here. There's a slider.
Clip back into the lower tier.
Hey, Padre fans, Saturday, June 9th, coming up, you can watch your Padres on the road on Fox Sports San Diego at an official Padres watch party. No, they're not giving away Rolexes or anything like that. It's a watch party, meaning you're going to watch the game. Hang with the Pod Squad, enjoy watch party specials, win great prizes. Visit Padres.com/watch party for locations to our next watch party.
Yeah, that's a nice way to meet friends that have common interest in baseball and the Padres.
Hey, watch out.
Full count again. And another foul right off the bat. Look at the cue. That ball took a 30-degree angle going right, and all of a sudden cut to Bell.
Yeah.
He had a lot of English on that ball off the head of the bat.
That actually got the first base coach, Dave Roberts, too. He went to his left, had to backtrack and go to his right.
Hey, I've seen balls hit like that close to the line that it will actually come back fair. Now, remember, if that ball spins enough to where it
look at this
before the bag ends up in fair territory, guess what? That's a fair ball. If it goes beyond the bag, then it's a foul ball.
Billiard shot. Struck him out. Got him with a breaking ball. 7 strikeouts for Kane. The Padres got a couple of hits in the 5th, but the line drive double play takes a bite out of their chances.
Welcome back to Padres Baseball on Fox Sports San Diego. Joining you from the pier, and I would have a table, but it's packed. You can't get a spot, especially day game. Bull Taco is the retailer here, one of 8 local restaurants here at the ballpark, and check out the featured taco. Bacon, lobster, and chorizo. Not bad, huh? Bull Taco, one of the many local restaurants the Padres brought in. The other one, Bub's at the ballpark, the famous bar and restaurant, is now here. And if you need to see what they produce, how do you like them apples, Mark Grant and Dick Hittenberg? You need anything up there?
Yeah, come on. Let's bring on a bag full of those tacos. Those look great.
They do. I think I had a little taco blowout here, but so far so good.
Cabrera with a great stop and a throw, but not in time, as Brandon Crawford has a hit, but a terrific stop by Everett Cabrera at shortstop, and from his knees trying to throw him out. Another infield hit, but that ball was well struck by Crawford. His first hit today. 9 now for the Giants total. Brings up the pitcher, Matt Cain, who was grounded to short and struck out. Let's see if Bruce Bochy plays for an insurance run here. Headley is creeping in. He thinks he's going to bunt. And it's a good bunt. Marquis to the second baseman, Forsythe. Well, that's a very secure looking bunting technique. Into second goes Crawford.
Gets the job done quickly. That's what any manager likes, and also the pitcher himself likes to do. Get it done. Don't work the count, get 2 strikes, and then you find yourself in a pickle.
Yeah, when you see a player and a pitcher execute the sacrifice bunt that effectively, you wonder why the everyday ball players have so much trouble just in the simple sacrifice bunt.
Some players really have difficulty doing that. It's just one of those things.
Gregor Blanco, a double and scored. He's 1 for 3. Robbed of a hit by Alonso at first base the last time. Alonso diving into the hole to spear a sharp ground ball and tossing to Marquis for the out. There's the difference. Giants more effective with runners in scoring position. Pull to Alonso sharply again, and he'll take it to the bag for the unassisted out. Blanco retired, is 2 away to Terrio, and the Padres get Terrio out. He's 3 for 3, 2 singles, a double, driven in a run, scored a run.
You know, if Layla was a good teammate, she'd bring some of those tacos to the booth, because I'm kind of hungry.
What's kind of? You are hungry, not kind of.
Yeah. It's all about being a good teammate. Picking up your teammates.
What do you guys need? The lobster bacon chorizo is my vote, but that's just me.
Hey, anything with lobster in it.
How can you go wrong? You know, at the North County restaurant, they have crazy stuff like python, duck. I mean, they do it well.
I ain't going there.
Oh, it all tastes like chicken. All right, a man at third with 2 outs to Terrio. The terrorizer, Terrio, takes ball 1.
I like that. Hopefully,
7 for 11 in the series.
Hopefully, 7 for 11 in the series?
Yeah.
That's a Slurpee kind of a day right there.
Raising his average up to 280. .89 on the fastball strike. Giants got 2 in the first, aided by a throwing error by Marquis, so both runs were unearned. RBI single Terrio in the second made it 3-0, and Posey's home run 4-0 in the third. Line drive at Headley, and he hits it right on the nose again. My, oh my. Terrio with a hot bat.
July. The big event of the summer, baseball's greatest stars battle for home field advantage in the World Series. The road to the series begins with the 2012 MLB All-Star Game from Kansas City, Tuesday, July 10th, 4:30 Pacific on Fox. John Baker, Logan Forsythe, and then Everett Cabrera in the last of the sixth inning. Kane now at the 91 pitch mark.
What the Phyllis Diller's going on down there?
She's gone topless. 2 strikes on Baker. Struck out and flied out today. Back a few years.
Did you ever meet her?
A lot of years. I saw her show in Vegas in her prime. She and Don Rickles, and they're one of a kind.
Mr. Warmth.
Check swing, fair ball, and it's bobbled at third, and Baker is safe on the 4th giant error of the day. An excuse me swing by Baker, and I think it fooled Arias at third. Looked like that ball was going to go foul.
I'm just wondering if Arias had plenty of time to get in front of that baseball as he went with the backhand. Check swing. Oh, you know what? He let the ball play him. He could have very easily charged that ball, A, and 2, gone in front of it. So he kind of got choppy steps, slow to the baseball, so could not field it cleanly, and a break for San Diego here in the bottom of the 6th.
4 errors by the team that's been guilty of committing more errors than any National League club. And the Padres with the leadoff man on the tying run as Logan Forsythe steps in. He struck out and flied to center. Well, Kane's support defensively has been atrocious today. All 3 runs unearned. Chance for some more. That's a strike. .86 on the fastball.
Changing speeds on that fastball. He'll take a little off, had a little 2-seam action on that. His fastball ranges anywhere from 87 to 93. I love the BP fastball.
Line drive, base hit to center field. Baker will stop at second as Forsythe crushes a liner to center field. The Padres, no one out. Tying run at second, and the go-ahead score, Forsythe at first.
Are you talking about being short, quick to the baseball? That looks like a 2-seam fastball that he kind of keeps his hands inside rather than trying to pull it. Just rifles that to the second baseman side of second base. That's a good-looking swing by Logan.
The 6th hit off Kane today for San Diego. But only 1 extra base hit. 2 actually. The 2-run double by Headley and the double by the man at the plate, Everett Cabrera. Double the last time up over the head of third baseman left fielder Melky Cabrera. But with 1 out was left there when Maben lined out to the pitcher to end the inning. Squaring to bunt and pulls back. 1-0. Shane Lukes getting ready in the bullpen for San Francisco. A new face, new arm. We didn't see him early in April when the Padres visited San Francisco. One and 0. Cabrera. The plays to bunt to third. Takes inside. 2-0. Did not go. Now, does this change the strategy? 2-0. You got the infield charging. First base Belt coming in, and Arias shallow at third, and you got lots of holes on that infield. Do you let him swing?
I would have to say I would still have him bunt here.
Okay. Ooh, in the air, and fortunately for the Padres, and he almost beat it out. He did beat it out. Oh my. So that ball bunted actually poorly, almost caught by the catcher, pitcher, and first baseman, and it dropped like a Texas leaguer on the infield, and Cabrera hustling all the way, able to outleg it for a base hit.
You're absolutely right, Dick. That ball bunted in the air. It must have been placed just perfectly because Posey can't get to it. Kane cannot get to it. It checks up. And watch Brandon Belt. He gets screened by Kane. He's thinking about going to third base for the force play, and the hustle of Cabrera beats it out.
Credit for Cabrera with a bunt single, and the bases are full with no one out. Dave Righetti, the pitching coach for the Giants, out to talk with Matt Cain, who has now thrown 99 pitches. Mark Kotsay will hit for Jason Marquis.
They've got to make some hay right here in this inning. Hopefully not just hay. Hey, hey, hey. 3 would be good. Right?
Well, he just said, hey, 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 that's 3. I was counting. Kotsay has had some big pinch hits. And here, an opportunity with a Padre at every pillow and no one out in the 6th inning. Veteran Kotsay 3 for 11. One of the 3 a home run. Infield playing back. Strike at the knees. Slider. Kotsay said what?
Well, here's a look at that pitch. Just below the knees, according to Fox Tracks.
Gets the call from Bill Miller. Tying run Baker at third. Go ahead score Forsythe at second. And Cabrera at first. No one out. Fooled him in that pitch out of the strike zone. A fastball.
Yeah, that ball had some tail on it away off the plate. So Mark now really has to protect with 2 strikes.
With the exception of Arias at third, a ground ball on the infield. They'll take a double play, trade that for a run that would tie it. Tried to get him to chase. After Kotsay to the top of the order and Cameron Maben. Popped up, shallow and left. Cabrera under it, tagging and not running as Baker. That ball wasn't deep enough to score a run. 1 away. So the Padres now 2 for 21 with runners in scoring position in the last 2 games. They are last in the majors, and that's just the stark reality of the way the season has gone, and one of the reasons why they've had trouble getting their share of wins. They were hitting 189 with runners in scoring position on the season.
Yeah, that's not gonna do it.
No, they just got to find a way to start getting the money hits. Maben safe on an error. Ball dropped deep in center by Pagan. Then he ripped one back through the middle that Kane, showing great reflexes, snared. Took a hit away. Would have tied the game in the 5th inning. Home run yesterday for Cameron. One out, bases full. Soft ground ball to second. There's one. The throw to first. A double play. Oh my. Bases loaded, no one out, and they can't score. Well, Matt Cain, good pitching.
Giants right now, top of the 7th inning. Mark Sweeney, Mike Pomeranz with you. Coming up in the postgame show, got to talk about the job Jason Marquis was able to do today.
Yeah, after the first inning, not having that double play ball, and that was really difficult, but he made some real nice adjustments, adding and subtracting, throwing that changeup and also that slider, getting some outs and getting some strikeouts as well.
Just the 2 earned runs in his 6 innings of work, 1 walk, 6 punch-outs. We're going to talk about this. Also, you're going to hear from the manager, Buddy Black, as we deal with the Giants series and look ahead to the road trip. Buster Posey, been a thorn in our side. You're going to see what it is he seems to do so well. And it starts at the top, apparently, for the Giants. They continue to hit at the top of their order. We have all this and more coming up on the postgame show. Dick and Mark?
All right, Michael. Search around out there in the park. Maybe there's a little magical box that has a formula for scoring with runners in scoring position. The Padres now 2 for 22 in the last 2 games. So opportunity lost to the last 2 innings. Bases loaded, no one out, and Kane wiggles off the hook. And here's Brad Brock taking over for Marquis. Marquis giving the Padres a chance to win. A good effort.
A great job by Jason Marquis. Good day in the big leagues for the right-hander.
Brock to face Cabrera, Posey, and Pagan, the 3 top hitters in the lineup for San Francisco. Ground ball, tough play for Cabrera. And Cabrera cannot throw out Cabrera, as Melky runs much too well. Even a good ball had been caught. Cabrera was already past the bag. An infield hit.
Another infield knock for the Giants.
They've had it going the whole series.
They most certainly have. Cabrera playing up towards the center of the diamond, has to go in the 5.5 hole. That's one of those in-between hops for Yonder Alonso. Always a tough play.
No damage, further damage done. The ball caroming off the barrier beyond the dugout of the Padres. So here's Buster Posey. He's done some damage, an RBI single, and his 7th home run of the season into the 2nd level of the Western Metal Supply Company building. There's a strike. He grounded to short his last time up. Brock's done a good job of posing hitters batting under 200 against his stuff. 92 on that fastball.
He's got a little deception as well. A couple of Giant fans enjoying a beautiful day here in San Diego.
2.5. Struck him out.
Oh, nice job by Brad Brock, righty on righty against a pretty darn good hitter by the name of Buster Posey. First pitch, fastball outside corner taken. Second pitch, right down the middle, try and hit it. Third pitch, uno dos, adios.
Up the ladder and got Posey to go for it. 1 out to Angel Pagan. He has struck out twice and tapped back to the mound. Cabrera, worthy of keeping an eye on him. He has 9 steals. Looks as if Kane will go another inning. No one throwing now in the bullpen for San Francisco. Outside the call of Bill Miller. Kane over 100 pitches.
Yeah, no action in that Giant bullpen as Brock throws a nasty changeup to the lefty. Pagan.
Kane 104 pitches through 6 innings. The Padres have threatened in each of the last 3 innings. Unable to punch a man home. That fastball eating up Pagan. 1 out here in the 7th. A 4-3 Giants lead. Padres won 6-5. Giants yesterday victorious 6-5. And here we are. Another 1-run contest. So if you didn't hear the news earlier, the Saturday game in Milwaukee, 12:30 for Padres Live, Andrew Kashner is going to get his first start as a Padre.
And he's excited. Talked to him before the game. He is really looking forward to that.
That's a strike, and Eric Stoltz joins the army of Padres on the disabled list. There's the probables in the series, starting tomorrow with Volquez. Then Kashner and Bass will get the Sunday call. Gallardo, his opponent. That'll be a good one. Runner goes, and inside the throw by Baker, and as we told you, Cabrera, a good base stealer. That's his 10th of the season. He got a good jump on Brock.
Shaken up just a little bit. Kind of limping back to second base as we take a look at the slide.
Don't see anything happening there. Ball is pulled to right field. DeNorfia on his horse to the wall. Home run. Pagan, number 5 on the season. And the Giants lead by 3.
It looked like a slider from the righty Brock to the left-handed Henny Pagan. Watch, does he go out and get it? Yes. He goes out, catches that slider, gets it on the sweet spot of the bat. That was almost Kirk Gibson-like back in 1988.
And just like Blanco's home run yesterday, just in over the scoreboard, but just in is still touch 'em all. And with that home run by Jose Pagan, another $10,000 raised in our game for prostate cancer research. To make a donation, you can call 800-798-CURE or go online to www.pcf.org. Angel Pagan now with a 15-game hitting streak. He's had a 20-game streak this year. What a good addition he's been for the Giants. Melky Cabrera and Angel Pagan just fortifying the middle of that lineup and making up for the injury to Pablo Sandoval.
Yeah, and looking at that swing, he got it on the sweet spot.
That ball struck by Brandon Belt to medium deep right center, and DeNorfia tucks it away for the second out.
It's frustrating for a pitcher when you throw a pitch like that and you see a swing that a guy's really not on it. I mean, you know, it's not the perfectly timed swing on contact because Pagan was out in front of it, almost reaching for it, and then to see that result, that gets to be very frustrating.
Yeah, off the bat, it didn't look like that had enough on it. Ball carrying well today. A couple of home runs for the Giants. Posey to left, and here's Pagan's swing.
See how far he catches it out in front. It's almost all upper body and all arms.
Arias, infield hit in 3 trips, grounded out, struck out. Reaches out and punches one to shallow right. DeNorfia has a beat on it. And the inning is over. And how about that? In a series where 6 has been magic, the Giants have 6 today.
Home half of the 7th. The Padres work to do. 3 down to the Giants. And a reminder to take Fox Sports San Diego's coverage of the Padres with you all summer long. Subscribe to MLB.tv. See every Padres out-of-market game live, online, on your favorite devices, all in HD. Visit Padres.com to order. Get more details. MLB.tv. Baseball all summer long. Everywhere. Well, that 1-run game has now become a 3-run challenge for the Padres as they come to bat here in the 7th. Denorfia has walked. Hard shot back to the mound, fielded nicely by Kane to deny a hit, and he singled to center field his last time up. Kane with 105 pitches in the game, and now the comfort of a 3-run lead. Pulled to third. Arias makes a terrific flagging stop and throws him out.
He's good, isn't he? He's made some nice plays down there at third base. That is not an easy play, folks. The ball's not hit that hard. It's hit firmly, but still it's that hop.
It's the one. Flag that thing down.
Yeah. Just great reaction. Spins and throws. Fires a strike. Not an easy play.
I couldn't help but think of one player when he made that
Brooks Robinson.
Exactly. He made that play time and time again. Made it so it was so routine for him. Everyone thought they weren't that tough. Yeah, I guess that's what the real good ones do. Huh? They
Absolutely
make everything look routine. Yonder Alonso, unlucky. He's been on twice with errors, and then he ripped one with Denorfia at first and no one out in the 5th, right to Belt for a double play.
Once again, for Matt Cain, it's tough to beat him when the Giants give him some support. Over the course of his career, he really hasn't gotten a lot of support. But when the Giants score at least 3 runs for Matt Cain, he's 63-9.
Out of play, and he stays ahead of Alonso 1-2.
Dick, you mentioned this earlier, but it's worth mentioning again that some guys just don't get the luck or the love. Matt Cain has received the lowest run support in the majors since his first full season. In 2006, only 3.9 runs of support.
Alonso caught looking. Strikeout number 8.
It seems like Matt Cain, he's the type of pitcher, if he takes you deep in the game, he can get just as tough later in the game. Still a good quality backdoor slider to get Yonder Alonso looking.
You know, the statistic you just gave on Cain lacking run support throughout his major league career explains a puzzling statistic when you think about how good Matt Cain is in his 6 years as a Giant. His career record is 75-75.
I know.
How can that be?
I know.
It's because he's not gotten a lot of run support in games where he's pitched well enough to win.
Could you imagine just a run here or a run there for Matt Cain? He'd have maybe 100 wins already.
But that's certainly a credible comment. 2 outs, bases empty, and Headley, who is the one big hit for the Padres today, a 2-run double. But a lot of lost opportunities for San Diego with men in scoring position. 1st and 3rd. 1 out, bases loaded, no outs. Nothing on the board. 2 balls, 2 strikes. On his 116th pitch of the game, Matt Cain logs his 9th strikeout, retires the Padres in order. presents Padres Baseball, brought to you by Petco, where the healthy pets go. And by the all-new Mazda CX-5 with 35 highway miles per gallon. And the top of the 8th inning we go with the Giants leading 6-3, looking for a victory that will keep them on pace with the Dodgers, who have wanted Philadelphia to sweep the Phils. LA 8-3 today. They started 4 games in front of San Francisco. Alex Henshaw comes to the 8th inning, his 10th appearance. Brock, 1 inning, a couple of hits, but the big hit, the home run that flew just over the top of the scoreboard off the bat of Angel Pagan.
Well, last time out for Alex was on Saturday against the Arizona Diamondbacks. The Diamondbacks winning that contest 4-2. He kind of had a rough. Well, he walked one Diamondback, did not record an out. He faced Gerardo Parra in that game.
Brandon Crawford leads it off for the Giants. Infield hit the last time up.
Strike one is so important for any pitcher, but especially Alex Henshaw. Nice.
And there it is.
You got to keep it at 3. I know we say that quite a bit, but no free passes or extra base hits here.
Brett Pill is on deck. Apparently will hit for Matt Cain. Six runs, 11 hits, 4 errors for the Giants. They've left 7. 3 runs, 7 hits, an error, and 7 stranded by San Diego. Good slider. 1-2.
Well, one thing about Matt Cain's for sure, Dick, he's going to give you 6 or 7 innings, maybe 8 or 9 as well. He is just a horse. Pitching coach Dave Righetti to his right, on your left.
12 starts Cain, 12 times 6 innings or more.
There you go.
Soft looper, broken bat right to the second baseman, Forsythe. Now Matt Cain had the strikeout pitch going, 9, and then he had 2 outstanding defensive plays.
He did, and right from the get-go, Matt Cain reached into his toolbox and started throwing that curveball. He started throwing the slider, the curveball as well, all of them. It didn't matter. And late in the game, when you know that he was really on, he was controlling that breaking ball to the lefties, backdooring the slider. That's a good day right there for Matt Cain.
And the big inning was the 6th. With the Padres trailing 4-3, Baker was safe on an error by Arias at third, a single by Forsythe, and a bunt single by Cabrera loaded the bases with no one out. And then Cain dug in, got pinch hitter Kotsay to fly to shallow left, and induced Maben to bounce into a double play. Padres unable to score. Brett Pill quickly down on the count, 2 strikes as he hits for Cain. Pretty good line again for Matt Cain. 7 innings, 3 runs, all unearned. 7 hits, 1 walk, and 9 strikeouts. Pops him up. Cabrera out. Maben in. What in the world? Why does Maben not call him off? Cabrera has to make a very tough play.
You're absolutely right, Dick. I think Cameron Maben had plenty of time to get underneath that and call him off. Difficult play for Cabrera. I think that's Cameron's ball.
Absolutely. The center fielder's got to call the infielder off. He's making Cabrera do a contortionist act to make the play. So to the top of the order, and Gregor Blanco. He has an RBI double, robbed by Alonso for another possible base hit. And then he ripped it right at Alonso the last time. So 1 for 4, but 2 well hit balls. 2 outs, no one aboard. Henshaw, property of the Giants, came up a couple of times, 2008 and 2009.
That one almost making it back to our range.
Hey, Dick, while I got a second, birthday wishes to Danny Hayes of the North County Times. Danny's a good egg, and he's taking his talents to the Windy City.
Is he really?
Yes,
I hadn't heard
he's
that
going to be
news.
covering the Pale Hose, the White Sox.
Well, congratulations to Dan Hayes.
Yeah, we're going to miss him.
Does his work well. Good man to be around. Always a smile. So he's going to Chicago. Huh? Give him some numbers. You can get some.
Oh, yeah.
So it's going to be on the south side.
Southsiders.
2-1. Blanco takes inside. Well, the Giants were always persistent about the man on the mound, Alex Hinshaw. They drafted him out of San Diego State in 2000. Didn't sign. Came right back, drafted him again in 2002. Did not sign. That ball is hammered to right field. That's way back. DeNorfia watches it go in the seats for a home run. Blanco's second home run in the series. It's 7-3. What a series he and Terrio have shared. Beaten up on the Padre pitching, and with that home run, the third by the Giants today, another $10,000 raised in our game for prostate cancer research. If you want to make a donation, call 800-798-CURE or go online to www.pcf.org.
And it was a fastball count, 3-1 to Blanco. He got his fastball from Hinshaw. He spun on that pitch.
Oh, what a leadoff man.
Yes.
I mean, these Giants are really impressive in this three-game series.
That on-base percentage for Blanco continues to rise to .390 before this game.
Brad Brock comes in, gives up a home run to Pagan, and now Hinshaw, a two-out home run to the leadoff man Blanco. And 2 strikes to Terrio, who has singled and scored in the first. Singled and drive in a run in the second. Doubled in the fourth. And then ripped a liner right to Chase Headley at third his last time up. He's now 7 for 12 in the series. That ball hit shallow left center, a long run, and Maben can't make the catch. And Terrio's on base again. Didn't hit it hard that time, but able to aim it between the 2 outfielders, and despite Maben's speed, he couldn't corral it on the skidding try.
I don't know whether Maben and Guzman were fooled by the big swing of Ryan Terrio. He did not hit it on the sweet spot. They may have read the swing, kind of played back a little bit, waiting for the trajectory of that baseball, but a great effort by Cameron. He lays out. At first I thought Guzman was going to have a beat on that ball, but off the heel of the glove of Cameron Maben.
Fortunate the way he hit the turf and had to elude Guzman that he wasn't injured. 4 hits today for Terrio. 3-game series, 8 hits and 12 at bats.
You know, when I look at plays like that, you worry about shoulders, wrists.
Nate Scheerholtz is pinch hitting for Melky Cabrera, so maybe he did nick something on that slide at second base. Cabrera, infield hit and an error, safe on an error, scored a couple of runs today. Swing and a foul tip. Surprising Terrio, in light of the fact that the ball was not caught. He must have thought it was, because he only made it to first base. I thought you'd see him out at second.
Good point.
Two-strike pitch coming up. 2 outs. And a soft fly ball to right. DeNorfia is there to make the catch. But the Giants get another on the solo blast by Blanco, and they lead it 7-3.
Monday on Fox Sports San Diego. Be sure to catch a new episode of Padres Weekly. Join Annie Heilbrunn and the crew for an inside look at how the Padres are prepping for the week to come. Tune in for in-depth interviews, instructionals, plus find out what's on the horizon for your team. Padres Weekly, Monday at 8 o'clock on Fox Sports San Diego. Dick?
You make it sing there, Mark Grant.
Thank you, sir.
Jeremy Affeldt comes in. Kane works his solid 7 innings, no earned runs to drop his ERA to 2.41. Guzman, Baker, and Forsythe in the last of the 8th inning. Sherholt stays in the game and will play right field with right fielder Blanco moving to left. So it's Blanco in left, Pagan in center, Sherholtz in right. Affeldt making his 20th game appearance. 2.61 ERA.
Yeah, he can be tough at times. Fastball, curve, split from Affeldt. He'll come right after you.
1-2. Oh, we have a moment. Congratulations to the Vista High School baseball team. They went 31-4 this year. Avocado East champions and were named the California State Baseball Team of the Year.
Hey, that's a great record.
Vista High.
Good for them. 31-4, you said?
You bet.
Wow, that's a great season.
And another reminder at 10 tomorrow morning at the Hall of Champions in Balboa Park, there'll be the San Diego Prep Athletes Award Gala, recognizing the top athletes and all academic teams. So it's no charge for that. You fans want to support high school ball and especially the student athlete. That'll be the place to be. 10 tomorrow morning as Guzman looks at strike 3. Padres head to Milwaukee for a game tomorrow night, the first of 3, and then an off day Monday. Seattle on next Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday night. Then to Oakland. Interleague against the Oakland A's Friday night, Saturday, Sunday. Then back home against that power packed lineup of the Rangers Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, 18th, 19th, and 20th. I'm just saying, if I were sitting home as a fan and knowing what's in that lineup with the Rangers, including the big man Josh.
Nelly Cruz and Josh Hamilton.
Whew, what a lineup.
Good ball club.
The number 8 hitter would hit cleanup with a lot of teams. I'd be saying, I'm going to call that number, that Padre number.
795-5555?
That's the one, 619 area code. Get my tickets. John Baker, 0 for 3, safe on an error the last time. 1 of 4 committed by San Francisco. 3 unearned runs in the third as they had a couple of miscues. Matt Cain stands to win his 7th game of the year through 116 pitches.
Well, Buddy Black, the left-hander, trying to work some magic for his ball club late here. Trying to win a series against these Gigantes.
2-2 to Baker. Oh, here's some other news. Josh Burns, the general manager of the Padres, has announced that Andrew Kastner, after he pitches on Saturday, is going to go to one of the Padre minor league teams and work up his pitch count as a starter. So that transition being made. Right back to the glove of Affeldt. Wouldn't hit that hard. But 2 away. So it's interesting. Back in spring training, remember when Kastner came over in the trade for Anthony Rizzo from the Cubs, right to the glove of the left-hander. The word was he's going to go in the bullpen. We don't know how, 7th, 8th, or 9th inning. But he's a potential starter. He was out almost all of last year, and there he is warming up now. That he might well be a starter. So that decision has been made, and he'll get his first chance, and they hope he can get in 3 innings in Milwaukee on Saturday, and then go down and build up his arm strength.
If you think about it, now that you mentioned that, Dick, and that's great information, when Andrew Kastner's been pitching lately, the last 3 or 4 times out, have you noticed he's been throwing more changeups, he's been throwing more breaking balls, maybe trying to get in tune to be more of a starter role, because he'll be able to utilize more of his pitches rather than just going 102 mile an hour fastball, slider. So he's incorporating more of the off-speed stuff. So he couldn't be happier. He had a big smile on his face prior to today's game when he got that news.
Forsythe with the count 2-0 and 3-0. Logan has struck out, flied out, and singled sharply to center his last time. So he's 6 for 11 since being activated, including that thrilling game winner on Friday night home run. Low and away, strike. Perfect pitch from Affeldt. Bases empty, 2 outs here in the home 8th inning. And aboard is Forsythe with a walk. That's the 3rd walk as well, so he's got 6 hits and 3 walks in 14 plate appearances. This MLB season on Fox Sports is proud to support Boys and Girls Clubs of America, a place where our youth can reach their full potential. Productive, caring, responsible citizens. To learn more, please visit greatfutures.org/Fox Sports. First base runner from Jeremy Affeldt, and here's Cabrera. Turns around hitting right-handed. Ball 1. Struck out, doubled over the left fielder, then Melky Cabrera's head, and a bunt single his last time. So 2 for 3 for Cabrera. He and Headley have 2 hits. Total of 7 for the Padres this afternoon. Up the middle by the diving Crawford. Finally missed one. He's been gobbling up balls right and left throughout this 3-game series, and Cabrera having a 3-hit day.
Yeah, it's gotten to the point now where it's hold your breath and hold your pen before you write anything down. Anything hitting the general direction of Brandon Crawford, he's got a pretty good chance of gloving it. Good effort, but the Giants shortstop cannot come up with that hard smash off the bat of Cabrera.
And the pinch hitter will be Carlos Quinton with 2 on and 2 out here in the 8th inning. Carlos,
interesting.
Carlos could make it interesting with 1 swing, a 7-3 game. Just phenomenal start since being activated. 5 home runs, 9 RBIs, slugging almost 1,200. Faces the left-hander Affeldt. Ball gets away, and the runners will advance as Affeldt skips it in. Oh, it hit. He didn't even budge.
Got him in the back foot, I think, on that breaking ball from Affeldt.
So the bases are loaded. That brings the tying run to the plate. Leadoff man Maben. I guess the back toe.
Yeah, it looked like on the outside of the right ankle, maybe it looked like.
That loads him up. And Cameron Maben, the hitter. He's grounded to short, safe on an error. Dropped ball in center field by Pagan. Scored in that inning, the 3rd. Lined out to the pitcher with a man at 2nd in the 4th. And grounded into a double play with the bases loaded in the 6th. So 0 for 4, a tough 0 for Maben today, but
just takes 1.
And he hit 1 yesterday. Got to be fresh in his memory, facing a left-handed pitcher. And maybe not. Bruce Bochy ambles out of the dugout. Got a right-hander getting loose down in the pen. Santiago Casilla is going to come into the game with the bases loaded. So a pitching change made by the Giants here in the 8th inning. Bases loaded Padres. A swing away from tying it up.
7-3. Padres got the bases loaded here in the bottom of the 8th, and we just want to remind you fans that after the game, stay tuned for Padres Live. We'll have a complete wrap-up of the game today, including live interviews, Bud Black post-game press conference. Padres Live, brought to you by Cox Communications, right after the game on Fox Sports San Diego. Stay tuned to listen to Pomeranz and Sweeney.
Oh, they are something.
Oh, they are the best.
Hardest working crew in baseball. And they're just relentless, indefatigable.
Work.
And loving it all. And doing a great job of covering Padres action. Here's Santiago Casilla. He's become the closer for the Giants. 14 saves with the injury to Brian Wilson. Casilla shifted into that role. At first, Bochy said he would have a closer by committee, but Casilla has developed as the man to get the final outs.
And he's been on the shelf for the past 5 days because he bruised that tibia last Friday night.
Bases loaded. Maben the hitter, and he takes strike one.
He gets the call there on that slider. Casilla, fastball, curve, slider, and a change.
Forsythe, Cabrera, and Quinton aboard. Excuse me, swing right to the second baseman. Easy out. Inning over. Padres leave 3, and we go to the 9th inning. The Giants by 4.
Living life like you should. You say you never had it so good. You never had it so good. You never had it so good. You never had it so good.
And welcome back as we go to the top of the 9th inning. 7-3 Giants in this rubber game of the 3-game series. And another new Padre face, Ross Ohlendorf, comes in. His debut in the San Diego uniform. And he'll face Posey, Pagan, and Belt. The Giants in front by 4.
Well, he signed a major league contract back on the 4th just a few days ago for Ross. He was a starter for AAA Pawtucket. You see his numbers there as a starter. Fastball, sinker, changeup, slider.
And a foul back by Buster Posey, who's done his damage again today. An RBI single, a solo home run, his 7th of the season. And he's grounded out and struck out 2 for 4. Ohlendorf, another Princeton man, joining Will Venable. Of course, Chris Young has been activated by the Mets, another former Tiger. And they all say that this is the brightest man in baseball. And he hits the outside corner. The slider, 1-2.
There's the other Princeton Tiger, Will Venable.
sidelined with a side injury. 2-2.
He certainly has the pitcher's build. Big shoulders.
And 3 years ago, he had a good season with the Pirates. He was 11-10. Ties up Buster Posey. A strikeout, and the first man that Ross Ollendorf faces, and Layla Moore on the veteran right-hander.
Dick, you talked about, you said he was one of the brightest men in baseball, so much so that he even interned for the federal government on ranching practices. That is his night job or day job, depending on how you look at it. Ross from Austin, Texas, but he was not a Texas Longhorn. However, he owns them. He has a ranch with his family outside of Austin.
Gives up a base hit here, Layla, to Angel Pagan. A sharp single to right, and the Giants, who logged 13 on Friday, have 14 today. You mentioned Austin, Texas, Layla. He and Houston Street grew up. They competed against each other in school ball and then joined each other in summer ball, stayed at each other's houses. So he joins the Padres and certainly knows one of them intimately, the right-hander Street.
So it's got to be a photo finish now for Layla Rahimi on who.
There goes the runner, and the pitch is swung on, driven down into the left field corner, but curling foul and out of play.
On who her favorite Padre is now. I mean, the coin is in the air.
You mean just because she's from Texas?
Of course. Houston Street, Austin, Texas. Woohoo! Ross Ollendorf, Austin. Woohoo!
The funny part was,
who is it, Layla?
I can't say.
Who is
That's
it?
just not right. You're asking me to pick a favorite. That's like
It's
asking
like
you to pick a favorite.
It's like, who's your favorite child, right?
Yeah,
You
that's
can't-
messed up. You
Yeah.
can't do that.
I know.
We love everyone evenly. No, it is really neat, though. I'd run into Houston Street actually before I had ever found out about the Fox Sports San Diego opportunity. And I had told him, hey, congratulations. I hear you're going to San Diego. Great city. Little did I know.
Nice.
So funny how those things work out. Ross happy to be here, too, by the way. I know he said so.
No wonder she's been smiling so much this weekend series. She shows her colors. She's a Texan through and through, isn't she?
She certainly is.
Family is all in California, though, except for the mom. So nice to be around them.
Oh, it won't take you long, and you'll be San Diego. And you can split your support as we split Ollendorf and Houston Street. Now, Street, you don't want to take an IQ test with him either. There's two very bright guys. Must be Austin. Must be the weather there. Layla's another. Brandon Belt, an RBI double, a walk. He has struck out and flied out today. Top of the ninth, one on, one out. There goes the runner. Big jump. Baker's throw, not in time. Pagan's 12th stolen base. He leads the Giants. Pitch was taken for a strike by Belt. His major, Ollendorf's major, was operational research and financial engineering.
Of course it was.
And that only requires you to be solid in mathematics, engineering, and economics.
Wow.
Easy. On his math SAT, he got one wrong.
Are you kidding me? He got one wrong.
And then he said,
how dare you, Ross, getting
he
one
said,
wrong.
Give me another chance.
Shake yourself, will
I
you?
got it. I'll clean him up next time. 0-2.
What's that, like
foul.
1,600? What's a perfect score in an SAT?
800, I think, in the math.
Oh, is it? All I know is one thing. When I took the ACT, I scored a 15, and you get 14 for putting your name on the application.
I'm so old, I couldn't spell SAT because we didn't have one. 0-2 the count. Yeah, it was just a matter of send your grades to the college of your choice, and you see whether or not they'll let you in.
And you had to wait for the mail to come back. And
Boy, mine came back with an envelope and it said, "Congratulations, you get a scholarship too. $100.
Oh, that's huge back then.
It was. They're going to pay you to go to school, I said. Dad, I'm gone. Fouled away.
And the Chippewa campus was never the same.
Never the same.
They're still telling stories about Dick Enberg
man.
back in central Michigan.
Hitchhiking my way up there with a borrowed sport coat that I used to get my senior picture taken in high school. Didn't have one. And look what they did to this little farm boy. That's why I'll always give back to education. They allowed a lot of nobodies to be somebody.
That's great.
1 ball, 2 strikes. We're in the top of the 9th here. The Giants, another man in scoring position. He did go.
Oh.
No. C.V. Buckner said he checked up. And the count is 2-2.
Oh, I'll bet you a dime to donuts he goes. Oh, my goodness gracious, if he hits it as a double.
I don't think the barrel of the bat cleared the front edge of the plate. Now, that's the angle you
So it's all in the angle, huh?
send those donuts back to the shop. They'll be great tomorrow.
Hey, day old is fine.
He might have gone that time. No, are you kidding me? That would have been a triple.
A triple double. Oh my goodness
did go
gracious.
that time.
Yes, he did.
C.B. Buckner down there. Come on, man. Full count. Well, instead of being out on strikes, he lines a single to center. Here comes another run. Pagan checks in. It's 8-3. So all 3 relievers used by Bud Black. Brock gives up 2 runs on the 2-run homer. Hinshaw in his inning gives up the home run to Blanco in a single, and now a pair of singles are on a stolen base, and Ollendorf has been greeted.
Well, the Giants this afternoon have scored in every inning save the 4th, 5th, and 6th.
"15 hits for San Francisco. That'll make their trip back to the Bay Area a pleasant one as they get ready for Texas tomorrow." 1 out. Blanco with 2, Terrio with 4 hits, Cabrera with 1, 2 for Posey, including a home run, Pagan with a pair, Bell with his 2nd hit, Arias with 1, Crawford with 1, everyone but the pitcher spot with a base hit for the Giants. And that was true yesterday. Everyone with a base hit. I'm going to look back on Friday night. Everyone except Belt of the regulars had a base hit. Free swinging Arias has an infield hit in 4 at-bats. 1-2 the count. Off first, Alonso glasses down. 2 out. And join us here on Fox Sports San Diego, 4:30 for Padres Live tomorrow from Milwaukee. One of our favorite places to visit.
Love the good land. No, Milwaukee in Algonquin means the good land. Baxter barked twice if you're in Milwaukee.
Go outside.
You want me to get you a wheel of cheese while I'm there for you?
Go out to Oconomowoc and say hello.
Yeah.
That was Al McGuire's favorite haunts out there. Back and out of play.
Love the people of Milwaukee.
Great city. In the summer they have weekend ethnic celebrations. And once weekend will be Italian, next weekend German, and then the next Scandinavia, French, and they have the food and the music and the culture of the various countries. And
good times.
It really is. I mean, and there's a wonderful, if you're in Milwaukee, folks, a wonderful museum there as well. Right out at the end, I think it's Michigan Avenue that goes out to the lake. You look down there, you can see it looks like a big ship. 1 ball and 1 strike. Misses the corner.
Good bowling town, too. Could roll a few frames.
Keglers.
Might run into Lenny and Squiggy when you're there in Milwaukee.
That ball ripped to right. Denorfia chased back again, and he makes the catch. What a play. With his back to home plate, Chris Denorfia, a dazzling catch to take an extra base hit away from Brandon Crawford. Well, he made a terrific play yesterday driving in and toward the line, and he steals one there. Petco with our Carl's Jr. star of the game, Matt Cain. Outstanding, and that's no surprise at all. 9 strikeouts, 7 hits. The 3 runs were all unearned, and he made a couple of outstanding defensive plays. Look at that one, almost self-defense. And the next one's even better. Look at this, casually, and that was Maven's bid to tie up the game. He had a runner, Cabrera at second base, and Cain doing it all with the glove and the arm.
Yeah, he had all his pitches working this afternoon right from the get-go.
Chris Denorfia, been on base a couple of times, a walk and a single. One of those plays made by Cain, taking a hit away. Hanging curve, and it's 1-1. Another one that doesn't break. Pulled foul. Denorfia, then Alonso and Headley. Last call for the Padres here in the bottom of the 9th inning. 15 hits for the Giants, 8 for San Diego. 3 of them, Everth Cabrera. Chopped off home plate, tough play. Crawford on the run and throws him out. 22,015 on this sunny Thursday afternoon at Petco Park. And don't forget, when the Padres come home from a 3-stop road trip, they'll open with the Texas Rangers. Mark the dates down, the 18th, 19th, and 20th. And then the Mariners on the weekend, 22nd, 23rd, and 24th. Alonso, hungry for a base hit, takes a strike. Safe on an error by the first baseman, safe on an error by the second baseman. Lined out into a double play and struck out. As you saw, 0 for 9 in the series, and now 2 for 33.
Yeah, got to get Yonder going again. It's all about adjustments, huh?
And keeping your head on.
Yeah.
It's hard to take, hard to swallow those offers.
Yeah, these guys know it's a long season. Pitchers go through it, hitters go through it, even cameramen go through it. Sometimes they just cannot get the good shot.
2 balls and a strike to count. Maybe right now, one of his typical hits, line drive to left center. Castilla thinking the same way, trying to keep that ball low and inside.
Yeah, he's pitching like it's tied, pitching like it's scoreless. Never give away at bats or innings.
Ball 4. So 1 out walk here in the 9th. With the Padres down 3-0 in the 3rd. A couple of unearned runs, but the big blow was Chase Headley's double to deep right center field. His 28th and 29th runs batted in to lead the club. He has struck out twice, and he's also singled, so he's 2 for 4. Stay tuned, folks, for Padres Live right after the game. All the highlights, analysis, Bud Black's comments. Sharp line drive into the second deck that caroms out. Will become a gift for a fan down in the lower tier.
You know, that's a little nugget of information that's valuable, Dick. If you're a fan and there was one that goes up into the upper deck, turn around and look up. That ball might come right in your lap.
It usually does. A looper over short. That's going to fall for a base hit. A 3-hit day for Headley. Alonso stops at second. Padres trying to brew up something. Bottom of the 9th.
He fights off a pitch from Casilla. You see him get his hands through and dumps that over his little tennis lob in the shallow left field for a winner.
A shot with which Roger Federer would be proud.
Absolutely.
We bring that up because Federer won the French Open on this date 3 years ago to complete his career slam. And he's in the semifinals of this year's French Open. Look at these. Off the head of the bat, Guzman, and it'll be the unassisted put out by Brandon Belt. He thought about going to second base, but got the sure out here, and 2 away in the 9th inning. As Alonso moves to third, Headley to second.
Yeah, 8-3, Giants lead. It's all about getting outs right now. You don't want to add another base runner. So that was the right move for Brandon Belt.
John Baker takes a strike. 0 for 4 today, safe on an error in the 6th. Oh, and 2 to the left-handed hitting catcher. Another very intelligent man. You know, if they had something, the sort of college quiz bowl, Major League Baseball quiz bowl, Padres could put together a fantastic team. So second and third down to the final strike, and he did not go. Try to get him to chase upstairs on a 94-mile-an-hour fastball. That curveball has been hanging on Casilla.
Yeah. I'm thinking he's going to challenge him here. 2-2. Good fastball down and away. Oh, another breaking ball.
He hasn't thrown that curve for a strike yet, has he?
He hasn't.
So a full count to Baker trying to get on. Padres need base runners. They've got 2 aboard in scoring position. Logan Forsythe on deck. Ball 4. Bases are full again. The 3rd time in the game the Padres have had the bases loaded. They had them loaded up in the 6th with no one out and couldn't score. Loaded up in the last inning and couldn't score. Maben making the final out on both occasions. Grounded out in the 8th and grounded into a double play in the 6th with the bases full.
And this is what drives managers and pitching coaches nuts. 8-3 lead, a free pass, loads them up.
And Forsythe up for the Padres. He's 1 for 3 with a walk. Padres need a run here to bring the tying run to the plate.
Now, remember, a pitcher cannot pitch himself into a safe situation, but if Javier Lopez comes into the game, the tying run on deck, it would be a safe situation for the left-hander. Casilla started this inning with the 8-3 lead.
But it came in, though, the last inning when it was 7-3, but it's got to be.
It's got to be 3 runs, correct.
Pounded foul at 3rd, so down to their final strike again are the Padres, but still alive. One and 2.
I'd like to see Logan run into another one right about now, huh?
That would turn up the Padre faithful. Quiet the orange and black clad Giant fans. Pulled deep to 3rd. A great play by Arias. The long throw gets him, and the Giants have won it. On a terrific play to close it out by Joaquin Arias, in there because of Pablo Sandoval, who's in a rehab assignment. That could have been a couple of runs, a double into the corner. But Arias denies, and the Giants have won the rubber game of this series 8-3. 3 home runs today by Posey, Blanco, and Pagan of the Giants. A total of $30,000 has been raised in this game for prostate cancer research. To make a donation, you can call 800-798-CURE or go online to www.pcf.org. The win today, 8-3. The Giants have won 9 of their last 11. Let's go now to Michael Pomerantz.
Well, Dick, coming up in the post-game show, we're going to have to talk about the top